If you noticed, I posted a bunch of shorts on my YouTube channel, and they're very simple. They're just a background image, some music, and some quick little quote that I wrote up personally. And if you couldn't tell by the little watermark on them, they're from my old TikTok, and I recently deleted my TikTok, and I also deleted my Instagram. So I'm moving everything kind of onto YouTube now. And if you guys like that sort of thing, if you like those quick quotes, I will post more. So let me know about those. In other news, it's hot in here, man. I'm sorry. It is hot out today, baby. No joke. I really hope that doesn't show up in the video. I'll just have to talk louder. I take the glasses off too. Whew. It is hot. It is hot today. Alright. I was reading a book by everyone's favorite modern Stoic, and that is Ryan Holiday. And the book is called Stillness is the Key. And it is part, I guess you could call it a trilogy. Obstacle is the way, ego is the enemy, and stillness is the key. And I have a box set of them, and I recommend all three of them. In fact, I recommend anything by Ryan Holiday. Sorry. But this one struck me in particular because it's all about being present and harnessing the mind. So, go read the book. I'm not gonna recap it here, but I had a little bit of a revelation when I was reading a certain section in that book, and that section is about silence. Now, since I've grown, I don't want to say old because I'm not old, but since I've grown up, I've noticed that it's a lot harder for me to think straight and clear. And I've been regaining some of that through, my self-help techniques, including journaling, things like, sitting in silence, meditation, prayer, writing, long books. I got a couple books in the work. Just things like that. And overall, my health and my sleep, I think, has helped a lot, but it's not quite at the level that it was when I was, per se, like, single digit ages, right? When I was like a little kid, okay? So I've been looking for a lot of ways just to get more in touch with my thoughts and really pull something out of myself, out of my mind. And I'm doing a lot of that kind of through this YouTube thing, but I don't feel like I'm quite getting there yet. I feel like I will in the future, when I get better at this, but I don't feel like I'm quite getting out what I want to get out. And I had a bit of a revelation, okay? So when I was little, my favorite video game was Super Mario, and I played a bunch of different ones, and I loved Super Mario Galaxy, okay? Now, when I was little, the bosses in that game were intense, okay? Just because I was little, right? Growing up now, some might laugh at me, but when I was little, okay, as a little kid, the bosses in that game felt so intense, right? Especially the main bosses, right? Like Bowser, right? So so me and my brother would play that game all the time. Now, I was the brother that had to fight the bosses, okay? I had to fight the bosses. Why? Because I had a tactic. I had mentally, I had found the mental, what's the word? I guess life hack to defeating these bosses, okay? Sorry about that beeping. That's really annoying. That is really annoying. I'm sorry about that. Here's the deal. This car is annoying, man. This car is really annoying. I'm very sorry about that. I'm like used to it, so I just tuned it out. It's hot out, man. I'm sorry. Whew. Where was I? So I had a mental strategy for defeating these bosses. So, my strategy was to turn off the sound on the game. Turn it completely off. Now, if any of you guys have played Super Mario Galaxy, the boss fights get really loud, okay? The music amps up. The bosses are massive, so they're like crashing around, destroying things. It gets loud, right? And all those sound cues and sound effects would drive my blood pressure up, okay? And I would be more keen to make mistakes. I would be more keen to overthink things, and I couldn't really think straight and be able to defeat these bosses in this game. So my strategy was to turn the sound off, and it worked every time, okay? Worked every time. It was a ritual. As soon as the boss came on screen, the cutscene for the boss, sound goes off, controller's in my hand, and it's game. Listen, the older you get, the louder the world gets. Alright? When you're little, it's easier to tune out things like the news. I mean, you don't really care. There's just not much in the world that you care about, okay? There's not too much circulating through your mind other than, I don't know, what you're gonna do after school's over, right? And the more responsibilities, the older you get, the more responsibilities that get packed on you, the more experiences you have, the more whatever, your life gets louder and louder and louder, and it's very hard to think straight. It's very hard to play your cards right in life when your mind is so cluttered all the time, okay? Now, your mind being cluttered has a lot of factors to it, okay? First of all, overstimulation doesn't help. Social media doesn't help. You know, watching the news doesn't help. Stuff like that does not help, okay? But my theory is that it's all just noise, okay? Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat in a room that was so deathly quiet that you could literally hear your own blood circulating through your body? And anyone who's been in a room that's completely silent knows what I'm talking about. Or just that, like, that beating ambiance, right? Ambience. Just that, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. You know what I'm talking about, though. If you've been in a room that's completely silent, it's just like, you just hear things, right? Like the smallest bit of noise, you just hear it. When's the last time you've been in a room like that? Because I'll tell you what, from my experience, whenever I'm in a situation like that, the loudest thing in the room are my thoughts. They're crystal clear. Guys, take time to sit in silence. It's hard for a lot of people these days because everyone is looking for the next thing. Everyone is looking for the next hit of dopamine. Their brains are, frankly, hijacked by everything around them. Turn off the notifications on your phone. Turn off the TV. Just do away with all the distractions, okay? Sit in silence. You will have, if you do this right, if you sit in complete silence for a period of time with a crystal clear mind, you will have some serious revelations about yourself. Life-changing revelations about yourself. And journal that stuff. Write it down. Connect with yourself. I think I've said it before. Just connect with yourself and your thoughts. My phone cut me off. But yeah, that's about it. Connect with yourself. All right. Find somewhere quiet. I'll actually show you guys right now. This is where I film my videos. Why? It's a turnaround. It's a dead-end road. Why do I film here? Because it's quiet. Because when I come here, I can think straight. When I'm at home, there's a lot of people that live in my house, by the way. There's a lot of noise. This is, I believe, the only spot in my town that I can go to just get some peace and quiet. And it's perfect. I can think clearly here. So, consider what I've said. Consider what I've said. I've had a day of a lot of deep thought, so I'm going to go home and I'm going to journal some things, and maybe out of that I'll find another video. And I'm going to reflect on this a bit and see where it leads me. And I want you guys to do the same, because I think this is a lot more powerful than we want to believe. And it's worth a shot. It's worth trying. It's worth considering. So yeah, that's all I got for this week, or for today. And I don't know, I hope it was valuable. So yeah, let me know if you guys want more of those shorts, and I'll send them your way. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.